Hi, Riccardo. How are you today?
Hello. I'm dazed and confused now, but
I appreciate your honesty. Why did you decide to start our tour here at this place in the museum?
in this moment when I arrived in the museum 30 years ago.
And this moment.
This moment because I think this group of artworks of Giorgio De Chirico, this late metaphysical still life, this autoportrait, and also this Arianna, sleeping Arianna, are really important masterworks of our collection. Arianna is related to the rediscovery by De Chirico of the Renoir paintings.
Okay, great. And what else is around these in the gallery?
We have a big collection because we start from the late 18th century until now. And now we are walking through the first half of the 20th century collection.
Okay. Can you show me some of your personal favorites in this area?
There's a lot of masterworks in this area. For example, this bronze of Marino Marini, between the two wars, was reinvestigating the ancient sculpture, the ancient remains of classical sculpture. There is a complete room dedicated to the artworks of Felice Casarati, a Piemontese master, was one of the most important artists in between the two world wars. I think we had a very important collection of the Italian art between the two world wars, and not less important the collection of the National Gallery in Rome, and but we also very, very important for contemporary collection of contemporary art, which is constantly growing. There's also a masterwork here of Arturo Martini, Terracotta, Seated Boy, who refers to the discoveries of the human rests in the Pompeii earthquake.
Oh, wow.
He tried to give us an actual impression of what was the ancient moment. Marino Marini and Arturo Martini are two of the most important sculptors in the 20th century, Italian 20th century, not only Italian, I could say. There are some other highlights because they were very important artists in the period, like Giorgio Morandi, that you probably, as you surely know, with his famous still lifes.
Wonderful.
Now we changed completely the area. We are always in the 30s, but we are now in the abstractionist moment of Italian art. There are some artists that wanted to define the new Italian style. For Italian style shouldn't be related only to the ancient models, to Renaissance models, to Baroque models. They wanted to collect them to the international experience abroad of abstractionists. The most important are works are this first writing the space of Lucio Fontana, young Lucio Fontana.
And what year were those made?
It's 1934, put in comparison with this Osvaldo Licini Bird 2. The triangles, the flowing triangles are referred to the wings of the bird. Okay, during the 50s, what's happening is now the Italian art is totally up to date with the art, the free art world, the French world, the English world, the American world. We changed again the style of Italian art, also of international art, like the case of Alberto Burri that you know, who tried to realize not an informal painting, an informal of matter with the burlaps. There's three directions of an Italian informal art. The first is the material. Burri was the leader to redefine the representation. The second was a sign project with Carlo Accardi, Giuseppe Capodrossi, and Antonio Sanfilippo to define the surface of the painting only with signs. But the third, the most valuable until some decades, is the case of Lucio Fontana, we saw yet in the room of the 30s of the Italian abstractionists, who defined the informal of gesture. He broken the surface of the paintings, first with the holes, like in this special concept. I wanted to break the surface, to go through the surface to define a new dimension. We could define a conceptual dimensions. But in 1952, he realized a strange, round, yellow sculpture. We can reason on conceptual basis and redefine the power of sculpture in the space, the power of the painting in the space, in redefining the space, and in opening new dimension. This is really one of the masterworks of our museum, probably the most productive of consequences, I could say, in the art of the 60s, of the 70s, and so on.
Riccardo, it seems like this work of Fontana's is your favorite. Am I right?
Sì. Also because he was a sculptor, he was a painter, he was an explorer of new dimensions. Mm-hmm. And we are here in the room of the Experimental Museum of Contemporary Art. It's a project that was born in the University of Genoa in the beginning of the 60s, and then arrived in the GAM Museum between 1965 and 67. We have some works. And in the middle of the room, we have a master of Emilio Vedova, the Venetian painter, a plurimo of Emilio Vedova. This is the informal, three-dimensional informal. The instrument is of painting, but he wanted to realize new structures with painting.
Ooh, and we're going into a very colorful space now, huh?
The last two rooms are dedicated to new Dada and pop artists.
What do we have over here?
Some pop art serigraphies. Famous cartella of portfolio of 11 pop artists.
Yeah.
Here also a new, most actual cut of Fontana, red cut of Fontana.
Oh,
upstairs.
Great. I love it on the green wall.
Sì. And this is the size of the former director. I don't know if he will maintain it, but...
Okay, well, thank you so much for giving me a tour of your wonderful museum. I haven't been there. I really hope to come in person sometime.
I hope you'll have understood what they said. My English is not perfect.
Your English is great.
Okay, grazie. Thank you for all.
Okay, stay safe, stay well. Bye-bye.
Ciao.